So, here's a fun update for you folks. I'm no longer a science student. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. As you probably can tell, this is going to be about why I'm not a science student anymore and how I became not a science student. Today's video is a little bit about why I decided to transfer faculties and how to actually go about transferring. I've been getting quite a few questions about what that looks like. There are several students that start in one faculty with the intention of transferring into another. I am both happy that I had the opportunity to be a science student, but I'm also really looking forward to having the chance to kind of spread my wings and join the land and food systems community. This was a really long time coming for me because my time at UBC during my first year was a rough go. You know what's up, you know what went down. I realized that sciences really just weren't the right fit. Though I did do my research, I don't think I really paid close enough attention to what the other programs within other faculties were and just kind of went, you know, sciences are the way we're gonna do this. It'll be fine, it'll be great. As much as it's totally normal and okay to start university with a completely open mind, it does make things a little more challenging when it comes to picking courses and picking programs because you're just sitting there going, I don't know what to do. For me, it was really difficult in that sense because I was trying to put all these things together and I didn't know why I was putting them together. I didn't feel like I was working towards anything that actually excited me and motivated me. So that was kind of like my whole mentality in first term. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here and I don't know why I'm trying so hard when I don't even know what I'm working towards. Very dangerous mentality to have. So at the end of term one, I was already kind of like iffy with the sciences thing. And at that point, I had already started looking at specializations and what I might want to specialize in. Because in good old sciences, you have to declare your major at the end of first year. Here I am going, I don't know what the heck I want to pursue. I was trying to figure out exactly what I would specialize in, if anything at all. The only major that interested me was integrated sciences. In term two is when I started to really consider what an alternate degree might look like in another faculty. The deadlines for transferring faculties sneak up pretty quick, so that's something you really need to pay attention to. Anyways, in term two, I was kind of going, I don't know if this is what I really want to pursue. And this was something that I wrestled with for the entirety of my first year and really only came to terms with about a month and a half, 2 months ago. I found it really hard to acknowledge that I wasn't in the right place, and I found it really, really difficult to actually make that call and choose to leave sciences. It feels a little bit as if you're giving up, but you're not. You're just in the process of trying to find something that's better for you and something you're genuinely passionate about. With all of those things in mind and having the opportunity to apply to LFS, I did. I chose to apply to Land and Food Systems specifically because they offered a food nutrition and health degree. That was actually something I kind of looked at before I even applied to UBC, but at that point in time, nutrition wasn't really something that I was passionate about. I wasn't really sitting there going, yes, this is what I want to pursue. And even still, I'm a little uncertain, but you get that, and it's kind of what comes with the territory of exploring a new degree. The main reason why I decided to transfer was because the degree that I would have created with integrated science was pretty much the exact same as what was already being offered in LFS. And quite frankly, I'm so excited to actually pursue FNH. I'm looking forward to it, and that's not something that I could have said about sciences, especially at the beginning of my first year. It's kind of funny how things just fall into place and are pieced together because honestly, like, if you had asked me this time last year what I would major in at UBC, I would not have told you food, nutrition, and health. You have all of these experiences and you meet new people and you go and do different things and you just slowly start to figure out what you really like. At least now, not to say that I'm on the right track, but I feel as though I'm on one that will help me fulfill my passions, my goals, and aspirations. The actual process of transferring is not that difficult. All you have to do to transfer is go onto your SSC and click the Change of Degree button, and that will give you the option to apply to any program that UBC has to offer for its undergraduates. It is literally as easy as clicking the one you want, clicking apply, and putting in your credit card information, and then leaving it up to the faculty to admit you or reject you. And of course, depending on the faculty, how competitive it is, and how many seats they reserve for transfer students, it can be pretty competitive. It is important to note that when you are transferring from faculty to faculty or program to program, now that you've attended UBC and are considered a UBC student, they only consider your cumulative first year average. If you're transferring programs later on in your degree, I think that would be a little bit different, but if you choose to change your degree at the end of your first year, they're looking at your first year grades. Followed by this evaluation, you'll then receive an email saying that you've either been admitted into the program that you wanted or that you've been rejected. Usually transfer students have a lot of credits that they have to catch up on in their first year in their new faculty. So for me with land and food systems, I was lucky because most of my first year science requirements counted towards my LFS degree. The course planning is, I think, the most difficult part. From my experience so far, that's been the most stressful part. The act of actually transferring is not that difficult. And once you're accepted, you get to work with advisors really closely, and they help to make sure that you're actually developing a realistic course schedule for yourself and one that will set you up for success farther down the line. In terms of transferring programs within one faculty, usually the application period is in and around May or June. The two things that you should be aware of here are that, one, there aren't as many seats available for students changing their majors as you go up in your undergraduate years. The other thing too is that you can be tailoring your course schedule towards whatever major you intend on being in. That way when you're accepted into the program, you're not starting from square one. Something that I want to mention really quickly is that if you are accepted into a different faculty, they're going to evaluate you as a student, and then they are going to determine whether or not you are eligible to enroll in their courses. For people like me who are incredibly indecisive and have no idea what they want to do, this is a really, really great thing. Essentially, what this does is it gives you the option to enroll in either program. In my case, I wasn't sure if I wanted to stay in sciences or if I wanted to transfer into land and food systems. What LFS did is they evaluated me. They said, yes, we accept you. You are now eligible to enroll in this program. Eligibility basically means that you can enroll in their courses when it is time for course registration. Similarly, science has evaluated me at the end of my first year because I was a science student. They wanted to see if I was ready to be promoted and continue on to declare my specialization. Having these two eligibilities meant that when course selection came around, I had the choice to either be eligible for courses in science or eligible for courses in LFS. And when I actually go to register, I have to choose my eligibility and tell them I am pursuing LFS or I am pursuing sciences, and then pick courses based off of that. So now for me, when I register, it says a BSc in Food, Nutrition, and Health, and it shows all of the courses that I will be taking under that degree, and sciences says nothing because I'm no longer a science student. I'm very happy with the choice I have made. So my LFS friends, hi! I don't totally know all the fine details, but from my own experience, that is what I can share with you. For me, the hardest part of it all was accepting that sciences wasn't the right fit, because it felt like I was giving up and it felt like I was telling myself I couldn't do it. At least to me, I would be letting myself down if I didn't take the initiative to go and pursue something I actually wanted to. I know a lot of you started following me on the basis that I was a science student and I was sharing my experiences in the Faculty of Science. I also want to really point out here that my experiences are my experiences regardless of whether I'm in one faculty or another. Despite the fact that I've talked a lot about what the Faculty of Science looks like and my experiences within the Faculty of Science, that doesn't change the fact that those are all things that I felt, that I went through, and that I managed to come out of alive. So my experiences are my experiences, and I got to share those with you either way, and they still hold true whether they are bound to science or not. Anyways, that pretty much does it for today, you guys. So I hope that you found this a little bit helpful, and maybe that clears up some questions that you have about transferring programs, transferring faculties. I know I didn't go into that much detail just because a lot of the time the journey that follows the application period and the acceptance is very different from person to person. If you still have some questions, feel free to ask, shoot me an email. You can also DM me or leave a comment down below and I will be happy to answer you. I really do appreciate you guys watching and supporting my channel and supporting me through all my journeys. So thank you to you guys for sticking around and putting up with me and watching my videos. I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye!